Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast, the X21 podcast. I'm your host, the Ninja X21, coming to you guys with episode 5. Man, let's go ahead and talk about episode 5, man. Um, so I'm gonna call this episode Fortnite's End because I'm not sure if it's the end of Fortnite or not. To be completely honest with you guys, we're gonna get into everything here in a minute. Um, Let me go ahead and it feels weird to have this mic on because I feel like I'm actually. It's like it feels like I'm in a studio right now. The way everything sounds, I don't know if it's something going on with my ears or not, or something going on with the headset. I don't get it. It's the headset I always been using, but it feels like I'm in a recording studio, but I'm just at home in my living room speaking. So it's pretty interesting. Like I said, this is episode 5. I'm gonna call this episode Fortnite's End because I'm not too sure about everything. We'll get into everything in a minute. I'm gonna reveal the topics to you guys, and then we just gonna go ahead and talk about it. It's gonna be a short episode because I got some things that I want to do before I leave to go to work. It's like 8:18 right now, so I gotta get dressed and stuff like that. Um, let's go ahead and talk about it. Trying to figure out. All right. So 5 days ago, next X21 podcast topics addressing the reason on why 15% of Epic employees were laid off, why creative is more reliable for Epic Games more than anything else, as in Battle Royale and Save the World, why I'm uploading less, and also talking about my Xbox Series X. If I have any other details that I would like to add into the podcast, I'll go ahead and just just place it there. But let's go ahead and just get right into it. Ain't nothing too special here. If you guys continue to enjoy the content, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, do all this other cringy YouTube stuff, as my boy King Strax was saying. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Um, so I read this post the other day by Spooky Knowledge. Um, let's go ahead and see it. So he made this post called "We are going back in time to get Fortnite creative off the menu." And if you guys don't know what the problem is right now is like let's go ahead and just talk about the season as a whole for a minute. I'm gonna do a review of the season because this season is coming to its end anyway. Season 4 through I can't see it on my screen because my Xbox Series X is in the way. Um, I'm trying to figure out the end date of the season, but it don't really matter at this point. I think it's supposed to end sometime. It might end sometime this month, maybe, or November. I think it might be November. I'm not too sure. But what he meant by we are going back in time to get Fortnite creative off the menu is ever since creative became a mode in Fortnite, everything else has just been lackluster. Like from Battle Royale, Save the World, no matter what kind of big content updates that they drop, everybody would be playing creative more than Battle Royale. So if I was to, I'm over here on Fortnite right now. I'm looking at different modes. The pit zero build 502, the pit free for all 12,000 people are playing that mode. A lot of people are playing different varieties of uh, the mode as a whole. You got 84,000 in zero build. You got 190K in battle royale, which in my opinion is not a lot. 190K is a pretty good amount, but everything added together from a creative standpoint is more than what zero build and battle royale actually has because everybody just wants to play that because you get more HP for one, and for two it's more fun for them, and then they can practice and do all this other crap. Creative has taken over Fortnite to a point where battle royale feels like a non-entity, a non-factor into a new season. When a new season happens, battle royale feels like an ideal mode to play. But then as things go in later and later throughout the season, as in weapon change ups, collabs here and there, sprinkled with laziness, to be completely honest with you. Then when people lose interest, they want to come out with this big update that really adds really no importance to the game whatsoever. The story, uh, all of that just is a non-factor, it's a non-entity. Um, it's not what made Fortnite Fortnite, but ever since creative became a mode, which I've been saying this for seasons. Now it's only gotten worse as I've been saying it, but creative as a whole, man, has taken over what battle royale is. You know what I'm saying? Battle royale was the reason why everybody was playing Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? Like they had LTMs in the game, like solid gold, sniper shootout, all these different varieties of modes, all taken out now because people won't. The people inside of Epic Games won't creators, as in content creators or, just people in general to either play the maps or make their own maps to actually make uh what they have already did back then. You know what I'm saying? So the people that was making the LTMs, they had probably like a little team, a little small team making floors lava or um, you know, was it close quarters and stuff like that. For some reason, all of that is just tossed aside and out of the window. Like a whole new team is really just taking over Fortnite and just making it this, big game or whatever with this, you know, urge to just make creative the top mode, which, I get why creative is the top mode, but at the same time, it's got to be done better than that. To be completely honest, um, battle royale should always be at the top because that's what made Fortnite Fortnite. But for some reason, they just want creative to just be the end all be all when it comes to Fortnite, and that is making a lot of players frustrated, especially with the lack of XP you get from battle royale when you complete every single one of your challenges, and then you only got the daily quest to rely on or whatever else they have. You know what I'm saying? Or the milestones. That's what you rely on if you can't get any more XP. Now, I'm not complaining because I'm like level 157, 158, something like that. I'm on level 58. Um, so going back to his retweeted post from the from the first post, which we are going back in time to get Fortnite creative off the menu. Let's go to his second post that when he retweeted that on X or reposted. Um, but the XP is so good. That is exactly the problem. If Battle Royale was focused on and improved to be better and more fun, y'all wouldn't need to look into another game mode to just lazily grind XP when you can have fun and grind XP. Yeah. So if they made Battle Royale a lot more fun, which I thought they did beginning of the season, it's in my opinion, it's not as fun as it was at the beginning of the season. We're gonna have to make a video on that. Um, it's not as fun as it was beginning of the season. For some reason, the beginning of the season, the first few weeks hits more than the entire season itself because everything's just fresh and new, and you're not really used to everything right directly off the bat. But that's when the updates gradually come in, though. You're supposed to come out with those um you're supposed to come out with all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to come out with new items to make it fun, which they have came out with new items, but it's not dramatically made the game any better than it was supposed to be. To be completely honest with you guys, um, yeah, you get lazy XP from creative, like especially playing the pit, which you get really, really, really good XP from playing the pit, and that's exactly what I do. No, you should not be. No, you should not be practicing to get good to play battle royale. None of that should be a factor. Only thing that should matter is updates gradually helping the game or helping the battle royale mode in general That way, people be like, okay, they added this. Let me go ahead and play battle royale. Okay, they added this to storyline thing. Like they did something with the map. Let me go ahead and play battle royale. Check this out. Let me go ahead and land over here. Check this out. None of that is a thing no more. You know what I'm saying? You know the Fortnite every week update thing that was kind of cool, or every 2 weeks. No, all of that just feels different now. Like it's not the same. I'm gonna love this game. It's gonna be my ride or die, but it's getting to a point where I was like, man, should be looking forward to a new game to come out that way I can just stop playing Fortnite. But yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It was working for them, and they just decided to just get lazy. It was working for them. Like they was doing so good. They was doing so good in my opinion. Lazy XP, man, and battle royale has not been focused or approved on like this guy is basically saying. Um, let's go to this next post from the guy that is, you know, they commented under him. He says battle royale is not fun, especially with skill based matchmaking. I don't even play like them, but getting with crash editors and aim trainers. And Spooky was like, that's the point that was the point he was making. I will say this: for me to lose the games I lose, I should be going against. I ain't gonna say bots, but players that are not creative warriors. I will say that I should not be going against PC editors on a console. Um, I just don't. I really don't get what Fortnite is coming to when it just comes to their game in general. Nothing's right at the moment. Nothing feels right at the moment, but it did weeks ago when the season first released. I just don't anymore. I don't. I can't. I can't with it. It's common sense to make your game better, but I just I don't know. I don't know. I went ahead and just kind of just talked about that. It's kind of that section of my tweet that said creative is more reliable for Epic Games more than any other mode, as in Save the World and Battle Royale. Creative is and probably will always will be is their bread and butter, it's their future. Um, it's what's gonna probably make Fortnite run for years to come. Um, that is just if I'm looking at it from a developer's point of view, which is not a very bright view, they are probably making creative their top branded mode for multiple reasons, and number one being, you know, making all of their content creators kind of just have their own modes and have everybody play that over battle royale. That's kind of just their little deal there. All right. So addressing the reasoning why 15% of Epic employees were laid off, and it's a pretty easy reason, and I believe I read it. It's because of a money issue. They feel like they are not having the money or not getting the money that they should be getting, and they decided to lay 15% of their employees off by basically firing them. Um, it's stupid. It's stupid. I feel like they make enough money, in my opinion. I literally just bought $20 worth of V-Bucks earlier because I'm trying to get to 500 skins. I got 497 now, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm so tempted to go ahead and buy this bundle that comes with let's see, it's a 3 pack. I like the Crypt Crashers pack. I already have it, but it's the Anime Legends. I don't want to spend $20 on it. It was $14 maybe. It was $14. I'll probably get it 14, $15. I probably get it, but it's not worth the buy. To be completely honest with you guys, it's not worth the buy. I don't think I want to spend my money on that game. You know, I mean on that pack. I don't think that pack is worth it. To be completely honest, the only skin that I actually like in that pack is Rocks because Rocks was one of my favorite skins back in Chapter One, Season 9, and she has an anime style now, which I think they should make more skins of Rocks. More models out of her. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? Um, yeah, I just spent so much. I spent so much money on this game. My friends spent so much money on this game. Um, Millions, billions of players spend money, loads of money on this game, and they talking about they don't have enough. They pretty much they are the top company when it comes to buying stuff. You know, people buy people buy up stuff in this game like crazy, but for some odd reason, they just feel like they are not making enough money, and I think it's stupid. I really think it's stupid. It does not get any more stupid than what I just freaking heard on social media about them going up on V-Buck prices. Yes, they're going up on V-Buck prices. Let me see if I can go ahead and find the post that I retweeted. Let me see. Replies, I guess. I'm gonna go to like an iFire monkey or something. He probably have the information that I need. Let's see. Not Horde Rush coming to the game. Yeah. Look like I might not be playing for a good while. I might hurry up and try to get level 172. That way I can just Star Wars stuff are coming back in the next 3 days. Oh boy. Um, if I can't find it, it is what it is. But when I read it, I was like BS. They still V-Buck prices. Let's see. I was having problems trying to purchase the level up quest pack. I finally seen it in the shop and grabbed it, which was awesome. Let me see. Might just type it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will say this though. I found the information. Epic Games has laid off around 830 employees, including some people who work for Fortnite, Fortnite Save the World, Fall Guys, and more. This is because for a while now we have been spending way more money than we earn, according to Epic. Wishing though who got laid off the best. Wishing those who got laid off the best. Okay, that's their fault. To be completely honest, I'm over here looking at this crap. That's their fault. Talking about they spent more money. I guess though because you want to do all these collabs. Stop bringing collabs into the game and get some original skins going, man. I feel like that's one of the reasons why they losing money. You doing big deals with these companies, and you got to make the deal, man. You got to spend a significant amount of money to get that deal. And of course, you're going to be making good money from it, but think about this. They gonna have to have a portion of that money too, even when you make the deal with them and you give them loads of money to just make that deal. You gotta share a certain percentage of that money for the collab itself. You not get Epic Games is not getting all that money. I will say that collabs is one of the biggest reasons why they have been spending more money than actually saving their money. So they had to let 830 people go that have lives, have family, and all this other stuff, man. Like it's like if you like think about it, it's common sense why they don't really have money. You gotta like they gotta make deals and different things with these different companies. It doesn't matter if it's a Nike, NFL, NBA, anime. It doesn't matter if it's Dragon Ball, Naruto, My Hero Academia. With those big investments, man, big investments. You doing a deal with them, you obviously making really, really good money, but you also losing money because not only you just made the deal with them, you the money that people are spending to buy those skins. It doesn't matter how many people. I don't care if it's 2 to 3 million people buying all of those skins. Half of it, or probably more than half, is going to the person who actually came up with the concept in the first place of doing Dragon Ball or One Piece, WWE, or something like that. They're gonna get probably more money than Epic anyway. So it's been mainly their fault. The reason why they don't really have money. It's easy. It's easy to point the finger. It's either point the finger. It's their freaking fault. Now, let me see if I can find the V Buck jump prices, and then we'll move on to something else. V Bucks prices, Fortnite. See if I can find it. So, here we go. For the US, because all these other prices are ridiculous for V Bucks. It's freaking ridiculous. The United States, including all storefronts, with the prices in US dollars. Okay, so prices going up. Just to give you guys a reminder, which let me go ahead and look at this shop and see if that's the pack I have been looking at the whole time. The Untasked Courier pack that is $16 at the moment. In a month's time, I think, or it might be sometime this month. Um, just keep a lookout, guys. I think it's sometime this month when it's supposed to change. Um, it might be October 8th. Never know. But V-Buck prices are going to change. Um, so so 17.99 for the untasked courier pack, and it used to be $16. It's going to shoot up to $18 basically. The co-distinction pack, the pack that costed $4, that's gonna be $4.49. The gift in our battle pass will be $8.54, which was probably let me go ahead and say gift the battle pass. It was usually $7.59. Now it's gonna be now it's gonna be eight well $8.54. 1,000 V Bucks, which was $8, is going to be $8.99. So it's going to be $9, which really isn't a problem for me. Um, so the $20 one, which is the 2,800 V Bucks, is going to shoot up to $23 basically. The 5,000 V Bucks, which was what 32. Um, that's going to shoot up to $37, which is a significant price, man. And the big old $80 bundle is going to shoot up to $90. So they are really trying to make their money back, which in my opinion, is because of the anime collapse and any other collab that they have had. That's the reason why I think they have no money. That's literally the reason why I think they have no money. It's pretty it's pretty easy why. It's pretty easy. It's not a no-brainer. It's not a no-brainer at all, but I just find it pretty funny that they feel like they have spending more money than they have actually, try to save or whatever. If you're doing that, stop with the collapse. Chill with the collapse for just uh, like a month or so. Chill with the collapse. To be completely honest with y'all, just chill with the collapse. Enough. Enough. Now, let me go ahead and find this podcast picture. I'm gonna pin that to my profile because why not? Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and find it. Why I'm uploading way less. Let's go ahead and talk about my job because that's the reason why. So I work at this place called Water's Edge, which is owned by McConnell. I'm looking at this message. Hey man, it's Young Noodle. Just changed my user. This guy that I met in the pit, he wants to play the game with me. He can wait. He can wait a little bit. Um, so I work at this place called Water's Edge, which is owned by McConnell's Golf or wherever the company is. They got several clubs or whatever. Um, I'm a dishwasher there, and I get paid like what 12 an hour. Um, it's a fairly decent job. I ain't go like it's easy to an extent. Depending on how you feeling, is gonna be how easy your day is or not. Um, it's a very easy job, but it's just very time consuming because you gotta make sure everything's clean before you leave the place. That's the reason why it takes me so long to get out of there. I get a little paranoid because certain things look like they are clean, but then when I turn around, it doesn't. So I will try to clean it even more so than what it already is. It's like it's insane. But yeah, you got really really cool people there. My favorite is the waitresses there. Um, I made friends with almost every single one of them there. Um, Shout out to both Savannahs, my friend's girlfriend Savannah, and then it's this other Savannah that which is like the our executive chef's daughter. She's like really really cool. And yeah, that's been probably my favorite group of people to talk to throughout the day because they are like, you know, they always, have something positive to say. Um, and when they complain, it's not really too much of a complaint from them. They work really hard. So I feel like they are some of the hardest workers inside of that place. Um, the cooks are all right. I'm not really too big of a fan of all of them, but it's this guy named Brian. This is really cool. That I guess his job is making the salads and baking cookies and brownies and stuff like that. He's really cool. Um, my friend, my best friend Trevor, he's like one of the cooks there. He's obviously since he's my best friend or whatever, he's gonna be chill no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him, we're gonna be tight throughout the whole way. Which I think he's working today, which is really cool. So that's always good when he's working. Um, you know, it always makes the day better because we can joke around with each other and stuff when we have time to do so. But yeah, it's a really really cool job, and that's really the reason why I haven't really been uploading. Like I said, really really cool people there. I like the executive chef. I like our GM. I like um the woman that does our um paperwork as far as taxes are concerned, and our routing and our account numbers to our checking accounts and different things like that. She's really cool as well. Um, yeah, so it's a nice place, to be completely honest with you, but it's just being a dishwasher, you kind of do feel a little bit disrespected because how cooks and stuff will do some of those dishes as far as burn them, or uh it takes a long time to clean and different things like that, when you know some of them should be a little bit more careful when they are cooking, in my personal opinion. But hey, it is what it is. They got to get the food as quickly as possible to the customer. So yeah, you got to do it. You got to do what you got to do. Um, let's go ahead and move on to our last topic of the day, because I don't want to make this podcast too long. Um, let's go ahead and talk about my new Xbox Series X. I'm gonna try to compare it to a PS5, to be completely honest with you guys, because I hate to talk about the PlayStation and Xbox type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Um, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So I just got his Xbox Series X. I didn't get an S. I seen the X over there, and I was like, "Oh my god, they have it." I'm like, "Oh my freaking god, they have it." And my friend just like, "Oh yeah, let's get the Xbox Series X." The dude was like, "All right," grabbed it. I'm like, hold up. I thought I was getting the S now." In my mind, I didn't tell him that, but I was like, "What?" He's like, "No way, this is real." That's why I was telling myself. I was like, "It's no way my bank card gonna work. It's no way. It's no way." Because I just came from the bank too. I was like, "Man, it's no way my bank card gonna work, bro." And he said, well, when it got denied the first time, he said it's gonna do that. That's what the guy behind the register said. He said it's gonna do that. So give it one more try, and it should work. And it started popping up all this stuff about protection plans for each individual item and different things like that. And I just hit no on all of them, even the one for the Xbox, because spending $60 for a plan is kind of ridiculous. Even though, um, you know, it's smart, but I would have no money like I do now because I just bought a bunch of clothes. But besides the point, but yeah, I would have literally no money like that if I would have spent that $60, you know, to do that. And yeah, the Xbox Series X is a really, really good console. I've restarted the console, I've unplugged the console, and I still loaded up a game like Gotham Knights and still had the same progress I had when I had the Xbox completely on. So I had it off. I turned it on, and I was literally on top of like a roof, already in the game before anything else. So I do think it's more powerful than the PlayStation, of course. But yeah, I feel like the PlayStation runs Fortnite a lot better in my opinion. Even though sometimes I do get like really bad FPS drops. That's the only problem I got with the PlayStation 5. So they have their flaws. The PlayStation 5 has problem with FPS drops, and um the only thing I had a problem with on the Xbox is like little lag spikes for some reason. I'm not sure why. I feel like it's Fortnite's doing when it comes to like certain consoles, but I'm just getting like little lag spikes when it comes to the Xbox, but everything else is about that console is fine. Every other game plays well. The story games is probably the games I'm gonna probably play the most on the console, and I'm gonna keep trying to test Fortnite on it. And if it doesn't get the way I want it to be, I'm just gonna probably keep playing it on the PS5. To be completely honest with you guys, but that's gonna be it for you. It for the channel. I might compare the two consoles in another video, but I gotta go ahead and get dressed. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta do all these different types of things before I go ahead and go to work, and hopefully visit my cousins. That way we can. That way I can go ahead and talk to them a little bit before I leave. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have had an amazing day because I feel like I am going to have a great day today. But thank you guys for watching again. And yeah, it's the Ninja X21 out with episode 5 of the X21 podcast. Fortnite's in. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.